The 911 communications systems continue to be an issue in Northumberland County. What are the next steps to take in order to solve whatever problems still remain?
Okay, first, the 911 system, if we go back to 2017, we brought in a company to do mission critical to do an evaluation because there was some spots in the area in our county that were called bare spots. There wasn't any communication. That was something done because of the previous administration taking out towers that needed to be done. We went ahead and went by Mission Critical's recommendation and borrowed money to fix that problem. That was signed in 2018. We got the loan, and it has been worked on ever since that. One of the main things is to put in the North Tower, which was taken down, and add some other things to some of the towers. So the system, as far as the 911, will be completed in the next month or two as far as communications within 911. Some of the issues that were brought up about the communications up in the northern end or up in the southern end with Mount Carmel and all, working with Schuylkill County. I met with some of the Mount Carmel people yesterday. They told me that issue, as far as in our county, has been solved. One of the issues is that the system, our system and Schuylkill County system are different. And in order to, just like you would on Wi-Fi, if I use Wi-Fi in my house and I go to your house, I can't use it. You have to have a certain code. So we have given North Schuylkill or Schuylkill County the codes. All of their fire engines and police now work in Northumberland County. Ours, it happens, don't work in Schuylkill County, and that's where we're continuing our investigation to see how we make that work. So as far as 911 in Northumberland County with Schuylkill County, that has been remedied. And the flight that was here, a helicopter accident, or an accident that was a car accident that a helicopter covered a few weeks ago, where 911 was another issue, that was a helicopter from Lehigh County and Lehigh Valley, and Lehigh Valley didn't have our code. In order for their 911 to work in our 911, they need the code to get into it, and that's a long issue. I just don't have enough time to explain that, but it's something that we're working on, and I think as far as the communications should be completed in the next couple months within 911, and then we'll be working to fix Schuylkill County.
The county has spent more than $250,000 in overtime at the prison since it opened in October. How will you work with the warden and the prison board members, other prison board members, to solve this?
Very good question. First of all, prison overtime, in my investigation, occurs everywhere, state, federal, county levels, everywhere. And again, I want to emphasize that the overtime level at our prison right now at the South Campus would have been exactly the same if we would have kept the prison in the Sunbury area, because the number of guards is eventually almost exactly what it would be the same. In working with the prison board, and this is a prison board issue, and it's something that we continue to work on monthly. I have already this week set up some job fairs with Shamokin Area School District for next beginning of May, for Mount Carmel School District, and for Schiccatano School District. We will be, hopefully, I sent some information up to the prison for the warden to get teams to go to those job fairs, because our age is 18 to be able to be a CO. And I think we can do some recruitment there and bring some people in that can help with part-time and help also to fill the staff, which I think will be a start to bringing our cost of overtime down.
With a hotel study happening and the AOAA continuing to attract tourism, where do you see the county headed in terms of economic development over the next 4 years, and how will you help to accomplish those goals?
Well, economic development, when we got in office, one of the things we did was hire Don Alexander in our planning and economic development department. And he's done a good job. As far as I know, there's some job businesses that came up into the Milton area. He was working with bringing some of the companies into the southern part of the county. He worked with the marijuana grow company, bringing them up to the South Campus. He's also been working, and I've been attending the meetings at Shamokin to revitalize Shamokin, which is a big project we're doing. I also myself have been working on a project for about 1.5 years right now to bring a Geisinger facility into the lower end of the county. So, it's something we have continually did, and we have already brought in the juvenile place. We have already brought in Cadenzia. We've hopefully will have the marijuana grow company in. So we are putting things in place. We also have the new place up in the Milton area. So we do have new economic development coming in, but I think Don with his group is doing a good job as far as putting stuff out on the computer, letting people know what Northumberland County offers and what kind of workforce we have and what kind of land we have for them to be able to develop for their company. So I think we're in the right direction, and I think we'll just build on that.
What capital projects do you hope to accomplish?
Well, first of all, we've in the past 3 years probably have worked on 3 county projects that were probably 3 of the biggest in Northumberland County, at least the prison has been, and that's a project that we hopefully is finished, and we will continue to work on the staffing of that. Another project that we are still working on is the magistrate's office up in Milton, which is going to save us, I forget, over the 10-year period, probably $500,000 or more dollars. That should be set to open in the next month or 2. Other projects was with the Cadenzia, with the bringing the 7 counties in together to work with the Cadenzia to do drug and alcohol detox. That has been a county project that we've been working on, and the big one that's going to be coming up is of course the courthouse. That we need to start looking at and work on also. But one of the things I'd like to bring up is that in doing all these projects that we've done in the last 3 years, between the prison, buying that property, building a $31.5 million prison, the magistrate's office in Milton, the fixing the 911, we have been pretty fiscal responsible as far as that. I know when we took office, our Standard & Poor's rating was in the B range, and since then our rating has been in the A range. It has improved, and a lot of people think one of those projects is big. We handled 3 of those projects in the past 3 years, and I think we're doing very successfully with minimal tax increases.
What kind of opportunities... Sorry, let me start that one again. What kind of opportunities exist for regionalization or cooperation with neighboring counties, and will you pursue those?
Well, one thing I've noticed is when we took office, I don't know what kind of relationship was with the surrounding counties. I have a lot of friends in Montour, Union, Snyder, Columbia counties that we meet with often, especially I'm a member of CEDACOG, and I meet with them monthly. I think we have already started mentioning things like, for example, the 911 project. Because of the communications improving like cell phones do continuously, I have already been talking with them on, in the future, years down the road, start working on a regional 911, because we need to pull our resources together. This 911 project is just too expensive for each county to handle by themselves. So that's things we've been talking about. Again, the Cadenzia, which we brought 7 other counties and ourselves together to work together to put people up for drug and rehab, because everybody knows, and we want to all try to fix as much as we can the drug issue that we have in our county. That's been open since January. It's going to have a grand opening sometime this summer. So that's another thing we've been working with 7 counties together. And let me include Schuylkill County in on that. Schuylkill County has been working with us with the 911 situation up in Mount Carmel. So I think we have a very good communications with other counties, and I think that communications will lead to more cooperation and endeavors that maybe counties can join to bring down the cost for the residents.